And welcome, guys. Welcome to a video in quite a while. Obviously, things have been different for me, strange at home. Anyway, it's been a while since I've done a video, so I'm back. We are going to be playing Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. And this is going to be a run of the series, so should we just get into it? Obviously, I've already got the first one up because I needed to play it, but we're going to play this together anyway. So what we're going to do? So we've got Adventurer, Survival, or the Year of Hell. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for Adventurer first and see how we go on. But I think that's probably a good way of doing stuff. So let's go in. So you are the Federation captain of the starship Voyager. Manage your ship and crew.
So, a few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man on the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands. Now Janeway needs that missing ship found, and because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis, she puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid-class starship's maiden voyage. The USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. See, obviously one of my first gripes about the game is there's no voice dialogue. It's all this. So we'll just have to deal with it and see what we can do. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the academy. He's only going to be he's going to be ensign for the next seven series. Oh dear. Ready for your first deep space assignment. Reporting for duty, Captain Banana. Hope to live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Maquis pilot who helps us in search of the Badlands of the Maquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, I'm an observer. It's hardly a title benefiting my talents. I am the best damn pilot in the sector. Call me Pilot Extraordinary Ensign. The Maquis, wow, I've had a lot of stories about them. Relax. I was on the Maquis for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely penal colony in New Zealand. Penal colony, yes. Enough chat. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. She's quite stern, isn't she? She's very stern, isn't she? Helm, take us into the Badlands. Maximum possible warp. Well, it's not exactly a warp into the Badlands, is it? Oh well. Let's have a look. Into the Badlands. Badlands is a treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starship. Captain Janeway's observers swirling chaos from the view screen. A subdued smile playing on her lips. She's ready for a challenge. Harry Kim. The scanners are picking up no other vessel in the system. Capitan? It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? I wasn't exactly I was a Marquis of the Year, Captain. But they prefer underground bases, remote planets, and Captain, the mention was up by reading a coherent Tetrion beam scanning us. You know what that means, don't you? A displacement wave heading towards us. Oh dear. The colossal wave of turbulent energy search for Voyager, powerful for anything cruiser. With no time to analyze, the emergency messages are initiated. Take evasive maneuvers. Too late, the waves have us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Oh dear. Crews of clutches, they find the bridge totally devastated, twisted metal sparking consoles and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What has just happened? Okay, we've got a bit. Oh, it's a bit dark, guys, isn't it? Damage report. Major hull, deck damage, transporters are offline, and receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sick pay. Doctor, I've got injured crew. Doctor, damn. I think he's dead. Captain losing systems across multiple decks. During the tanks are empty. Warp core's gone into grey mode, and we're on reserves. Barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of can't see these words. External sensors are offline. Staircaster must be down. Voyager is blind, Captain. Right. James says that we need Starcraft set. Still our talk off the online now. So obviously we got the tutorial help now. As I said, I've already kind of played this, so I kind of know what I need to do. So we need to switch this on. So we have only 60 of battery power. Perhaps it says to pick up something out there, but was it Harry trying to stand by won't be the is that not the Badlands anymore? Well, we all know what that is, don't we, guys? What is that? Is that thing? Where are we? If our sensors are working, we've just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant. How? Captain, our life support systems are fading. Do you know what? I wish I had these voiceovers. I really do. This ray has to wait, Mr. Paris. Take the helmet and find us the deuterium source. Okay, so we've scanned points of interest, Mark, and then we go and see if we can get some. So we scan that. Okay. So we go over there. So 7 cycles. I don't think on batteries it's going to work, but we can go there instead. That's only 2. So if we go there on the 2, I mean, do we try it? So what do we have here? We only have 1,000 capacity. So if we went for that and hope for the best, or that was just an easy collectible, so we'll just go for the easy collectible for the time being. So we can come out of a grey mode now. So to engineering. Warp core is react to the power of the ship. Deuterium. If I'm saying it wrong, please let me know. Depending on the reactor's level, you produce more energy, more driven is required. Increase the power output, so to the main engine. Okay. So, go to main engineering, and we get energy levels back to normal. Good. Now, what about this thing, this array? I can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detect a marquee vessel next to it. So we now have obviously. We got 2 things here, so we can optionally try and hail them, or we can scan for life signs. You always have chances, so the chances are there's this chance or that chance. We'll scan this one. Scan the ships for life signs, ensign. There's no one aboard, Captain. We're scanning the array. So now you see you have a chance of 50% plus 35. So the 35 is probably the skill. So which means that gives us 75%, 60, 70, 85%. Sorry, I can't count. If I could count, that'd be still wrong. Right, so what about the array? Several life forms on board. So we've successfully done a mission. Now I think by the looks of it. What is one of them Vulcan? Not sure, Captain. The signs are very weak. Just see for ourselves. I want to transport room repaired and ready. So, well, I've already done that. So now we need to get driven for the fuel. Uranium and titanium, essential for construction repairs, and crews needed to operate the system. So obviously we've got the crew. So obviously up here we've got crew. So we've got 32 out of 50 idling and 1 working team. We've got an autosave. So what I've noticed with the game as well is that it only autosaves in certain places. Just bear that in mind. So we go to the ship. So we need to get a transporter room online. That's a torpedo. To transporter room, missing resources. So we're going to need some uranium. If I say it wrong, I do apologise. So we're going to scan this planet here, and it has some. So remember, we got 30 cycles. So basically, it's how many cycles it takes to get from here to here is 5. So we have 30 in total. Let's go over this way. Leave storage alone and focus on solving our parts of the ship. So we get this little bit here, and it will give us an outcome. That's good. That's not so good. If it's red, that's bad. But we'll come across that. No, there's a drain we need, obviously. So we can now repair the transport room. So let's repair the transporter. Instantaneous transports are back online. Capitan. So we need to go back to the array now. Keeping an eye. So the array is 7 cycles. We have 25 remaining. We're just going to scan these 2 planets here while we're at it. So obviously keeping an eye on it. So we have 604 out of 1,000. So, and it is 7 cycles, and it'll probably be 5 there. So we have enough. So let's go over to here. There we are then. Ooh, looks tetchy. Ensign Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Obviously, quite clearly. It'll be these 2. So we start the mission. Decide on an approach and select heroes to complete the challenge with appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than required, the success challenge chance is displayed. Okay, so as I said, I've already played this a little bit, so I kind of know what I'm doing now. So if we click on, say, Tom Paris first, so the skill level with a little bit of red, and that one's a little bit better, but we can even have a reward of the Federation Summit reward or a science reward. Ideally, I would really want the science because we're going to need that. So we're going to confirm, but hold down confirm, and this bar will go up and down. So obviously, crew skill 29. What happens is though, every time you use one of the people, it will obviously bring their score down a little bit. Harry Azuz just tries to strength energy spike they make from nearby. Foreign readings navigate cornfield. Let's find people. An old man sitting on the porch. Now, if anybody has watched Voyager and knows the Caretaker, you will see this is in part of the first program. Captain, old man seems to be harmless enough. He might know on what's going on here. How should we approach him? How very, very, very wrong they may be. Right. So we can either have 15 science, 5 science. Oh, it requires. Okay, 15 science. So it's my fault. So it requires whatever that is, which I can't remember again, but I'll get there. So we will get a reward of science. So as Tom Paris is the highest one there, but you can see now the green and the red is there's a bit more red than there's a bit more red now into the green. So we might pass, we might fail. So if we went for this one here, which is Trovy's body language, look at that. I mean, it depends what you want to do. It's really depending on. So we're going to go for the 25 for the time being and hope for the best. See, we can't use Harry Kim really because he's fatigued because of the red bars. So we hold that down, and we're going to see how we're going to get on with success. Harry and Tom step forward, squaring their shoulders, demanding answers. The old man seems to be more amused than intimidated, chuckling to himself and shaking his head. He is confused why Harry and Tom are early, as it's not their turn yet. He invites them to stay at the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cob. See, for our reward we get plus 15 science. We won't get all this until we finish the challenges. So we do that. We've got the away mission advanced. So obviously, as I've just explained on here, this is. But what we can do now is something a bit more different now. So it comes to the next little quest. I'm trying to. This reminds me of like on the lines of like I played a game called Mission to Mars. The Mission to Mars or something. Rocket. We built the rockets to go to Mars, and you press things of what and like you press skills of what the skills are. So what we can do now. So if we investigate the barn wall for a hidden door, you can press that, which means you will get half red, half that, or which will give us 10 science, or to get 10 science again, we can go for that, which gives us this, and you try and answer what's behind this. Or what you can do is you can find a way to break the illusion of the wall, but this time if you press the 10 and the 25, look at this. So you can actually use both of them for this challenge. And we've done a success, but it has taken quite a bit out of them. Harry and Tom find a disrupted energy field, causing the flicker in the air. But before they can break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. Old Man's appears and reveals the barn is an illusion. Backwater dissolve to show the blushing, glowing room where unconscious people, including tattooed man and a half Klingon woman, lies on surgical tables. See, the challenge reward here, we get 150 of geranium. I'll call them geraniums. Everyone in the comments are going to say geraniums. You watch this, they can be interesting. So we also have consequences now as well. So this is where you can deviate from the games. Okay, you can deviate. So you can deviate the game from what the series is. Now, if you want to play the series, we got to try and think how the series went, if you know what I mean. So we have a reward of wake up the tattooed man, or wake up the half, or not wake up the half Klingon woman. See, so do we want the reward of the 20 of that, or do we want the reward of the 200 of that? So we're going to go for this one. See, we got the yellow and the green. You can feel the heartbeat going on as well. So we're going to hold and confirm this one. This is what bit. Your choice has consequences. And this is what I mean. So this is what I mean. I'm not sure if I've done the right one, but we'll see. So that's our first one there. So Tom Paris to catch Harry's actions ready for return. Harry came unexpected materials behind. What happened on New Ray? Oh, I'm back on Voyager. What happened over there, Mr. Kim? We lost contact with you for several hours. But we just said, right, Tom. Seems like he's still on New Ray. I hope Captain we're being held by the Marquis. Starfleet, I don't know what you did to our commander, but he can still ram his wreck into your precious starship. Ram us? One of your own is missing. It will make sense to postpone ramming till we're all counted for. Does that sound reasonable? We're beaming over. Nice. Now, I'm trying to work out how this works because I've been such a long time since I've actually watched Voyager. I don't know. Don't play games. We're armed, ready to defend ourselves. I wouldn't have it any other way. Glad to have you back, Tuvok. Likewise, Captain. Mr. Torres must inform me that I was originally assigned to infiltrate the Marquis. Obviously, Tuvok is now being recruited. I never liked you, Vulcan. Nice. Unsurprisingly, I assure you perform my Marquis duties to the highest standard. Petacue. You win some, you lose some. Let's focus on bringing Mr. Paris and your commander back. His name is Chakotay, and we can't get him back that easy. They are sealed and the communications are cut off. Lieutenant Cook, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. So, captain the ship, repairing imperative. We require resources and the engineering office to mobilise additional work. Okay. Prioritise life supports to secure secure core decks. Restock deck 5 functionally first to gain access to engineering office. Okay. So deck 5 life support. Can we switch it on? We can. Life support restored at deck 5 action is now available. And of course, it's a mess, so we'll have to fix it before we can even use it. Right, okay. Engineering office, repair. So we can repair. So it's 2 cycles. 2 cycles. I was fortunate we got auto save there as well. So we're into this one now. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to leave it there for this episode and carry on with another episode later. So guys, thank you very much for being here. It's absolutely appreciated. Please do me a favour. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me. I'm still very new to this game and to the video side of things. I used to be a Twitch streamer. Recording stuff is a bit more different for me, but I don't know how to do it. But if you guys would like to give me a like and a follow, it would be really appreciated. Just keep an eye out and also hit the bell icon for a lot more notifications. And part 2 of the Caretaker will be soon. Until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. This is appreciated. This is Santini Hawk. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye now.